The Egyptian Gods, Part 5. Household and Protective Gods. The great gods of Egypt ruled the heavens, the earth, and the underworld. But in the homes of ordinary Egyptians, it was the household gods who mattered most. Fierce, strange, sometimes even comical. These deities kept danger at bay and filled daily life with a sense of divine presence. Bes, the dwarf guardian. Perhaps the most beloved was Bes, the dwarf god with a lion's mane, bow legs, and a grinning face. Unlike the majestic gods of the temples, Bes was short, stocky, and wild-looking. But that was the point. His grotesque appearance scared away evil spirits, demons, and nightmares. Bes was the god of childbirth, dancing, music, and joy. Women prayed to him for safe deliveries. Children wore amulets with his image. Soldiers carried him into battle as a protector. In every home, his image was carved on beds, chairs, and mirrors. He was not distant or regal. He was present, immediate, and deeply personal. A divine bodyguard in every household. Taweret, the great hippo mother. Bes's closest counterpart was Taweret, the pregnant hippopotamus goddess. With the body of a hippo, the paws of a lion, and the tail of a crocodile, she was terrifying to look at. And that was precisely why she was powerful. Taweret protected mothers and children. She guarded the threshold of birth, keeping away demons that preyed on women in labor. Amulets of Taweret were among the most common in Egypt, hung in homes and placed on the bodies of the dead to ensure safe rebirth in the afterlife. Together, Bes and Taweret formed the divine guardians of the family. Heka, the god of magic, behind every spell and ritual stood Heka, the very personification of magic. To the Egyptians, magic was not superstition. It was a divine force, as real as the Nile or the sun. Heka's name literally meant magic, and he was invoked by priests and healers in almost every ceremony. He empowered Isis's spells, gave doctors their remedies, and turned ordinary words into forces of cosmic power. Without Heka, no prayer or ritual could succeed. In daily life, Egyptians whispered charms and wore amulets infused with Heka's strength. He was the invisible current of power flowing through their world. Serket, the scorpion goddess. Among Egypt's most feared dangers were scorpions and venomous snakes. To guard against them, Egyptians turned to Serket, the scorpion goddess. She was depicted with a deadly scorpion on her head, her arms outstretched in protection. Serket was both feared and loved. Feared because she could command venom, loved because she could also cure it. She was protector of the dead, guarding the canopic jar that held the intestines of the mummified body, ensuring rebirth in the afterlife. Anuket, goddess of the Nile's embrace. No Egyptian household could survive without the Nile, and so Anuket, goddess of the river's flow, was deeply honored. She was depicted as a woman crowned with tall plumes, sometimes holding gazelles or fish. Families prayed to her for fertile fields, abundant harvests, and safe crossings of the river. At her festivals, people threw food into the Nile as offerings, thanking her for life itself. Seshat, the Lady of Writing. Though not always considered a household goddess, Seshat, patroness of writing and measurement, protected scribes and builders in their work. She was often shown with a seven-pointed emblem above her head, recording the achievements of kings and the prayers of common people alike. Seshat was the goddess of order in daily life. Every document, every building, every offering recorded by her hand was made eternal. Other guardians of home and health. Egypt's pantheon was vast, and dozens of smaller deities filled the households and workshops of the people. Khnum, the ram-headed potter god who shaped humans on his wheel. Renenutet, the cobra goddess of nourishment and harvest. She, the personification of destiny. Meshenet, goddess of childbirth, who breathed the ka, the life force, into newborns. Each had a role in guarding the fragile line between safety and danger in everyday life. Protection in life and death. These household gods were not limited to the living. Amulets of Bez, Taweret, Serket, and others were placed in tombs to guard the dead in their perilous journey through the underworld. Just as they protected a family home, they also protected the eternal home of the soul. The power of the small, compared to the great gods of temples and cosmic myths, these deities might seem small, but to ordinary Egyptians, they were the most intimate gods of all, guardians of beds and cradles, kitchens and workshops, doorways and tombs. They prove that in ancient Egypt, the divine was not only found in the sky or the afterlife, but in the daily heartbeat of family life. From the household hearth, our journey now turns to the fusion of power and belief in later centuries, when Egyptian gods merged with one another, and even with foreign deities, to create powerful new forms.